Hello, everybody. We are live from the garage. How y'all doing? Thank you for bearing with me through my stomach delay. I appreciate very, very much. We have a packed discussion today about one Miss Rebecca Minkoff. Rebecca is a second gen, just like me. Borned it in to the Culty McCulterson, to a very powerful, high-ranking family. But first, before we get into the Scientology, grotesqueness, okay, what I do want to do is I want to discuss Real Housewives. If you guys have never seen this show, the Real Housewives is a franchise, right? You've got New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Orange County, right? So they got these smattering of real big air quotes, Real Housewives. And it is, I don't know. It is just chaos television. It's not reality television. You're putting together ultra rich, partially narcissistic women together and stirring it up and just see who's going to try to murder who on the daily. Okay. Real Housewives of New Jersey, of course, was probably the biggest hit of all of them because of Teresa Giudice and, and her famous feud with everybody on the show and the flipping of the table that she did at an actual restaurant. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, this show, I got into it for a number of years. I was watching the Orange County one, the New Jersey one, and the Atlanta one, like religiously. And then I don't know what happened. I just stopped watching it. Maybe I got into a happy marriage. Then I didn't need to watch drama. But these women, respectfully, most of them are moms, and they've married into some money. Some came from money. They're the money, and the husband's not the money. It's a whole hodgepodge of people. So I want to, before we dive into Scientology, I want to show you a bit of Real Housewives deliciousness. Okay, so it's reported that Rebecca Minkoff is going to join season next year, season 15, because right now they're in season 14 for the Real Housewives of New York. So it's rumored that somehow, some way, she's joining season 15, which would be next year, which would mean she's filming now. Okay, so first, let's just see some highlights here of the Real Housewives of New York. All right, y'all, and this is just a taste of what this show and these women, now these are past seasons, okay, but this is like what she's jumping into.
When Ramona walked out, she looked like an alien invaded her body. She walks like a robot with her neck sticking out like a giraffe and her eyes bulging. I mean, it was hysterical.
It scared me, Luann. There was a stranger naked in a bed. Would you be upset about that if you woke up, there was a strange person sleeping in the room next to you? Well, you and I have very different ethics and values.
What, are they on a manhunt? And so what if I had a man in my room? I'm a grown woman. I can decide to do what I want with myself.
You know what? Maybe I'm not as...
What are you freaking out about? Okay, don't be uncool. That's not the Heather I know. You're usually really cool.
Really? I don't, honestly, that's a real problem. You bring strangers
This
back
is like
and
the
you don't
least
see them
dressed up
out,
we've
and now
ever
I'm
been.
the one that's not cool. They are strangers. I don't know his name.
Listen, David.
Okay, what's the other guy? And what's his
David.
last name?
John. No,
Okay,
David.
so yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. I don't care.
Well, what the hell are you doing? It was Ramona.
Look, the guy probably drank too much and he fell asleep upstairs, okay?
But we
It's
don't
not a
know.
big deal.
Okay,
Come on.
whatever.
So be cool. Don't be all like uncool. Why?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know what?
Take us home.
Who cares?
Okay, take
I
them
mean,
home.
it's
Take them
weird.
home. Take them home. Take your antagonist is bullshit. You say that you're really hurt by us.
Watch this, guys.
You say that you have never lied to any of us at the table, and you find us.
They're
really
at a
hurtful.
dinner party. I just
find
want to
that
point that out.
Laughable.
Let me tell you something, Heather. The only thing,
Keep it together, Aviva.
the only thing that is artificial or fake about me.
She just took off her leg and slammed it on the table, guys.
I am sick of you all accusing me. I'm done. Everything else is real. Everything else. Everything else is real. I'm gonna vomit. Okay. Everything else is real, girl.
So this is a few seasons ago. Let's go. We're gonna fast forward.
I'm sick of it. All right, now.
We're gonna fast forward.
Having something to do with
Ramona is one of the most pivotal people
Ramona
here.
pregnant at this point in her life. I think there are better chances of Blanche being pregnant on the Golden Girls. I mean, really.
What about when you attacked Gwyneth, my friend Gwyneth?
They are not nice.
Paltrow? And what about Rachel?
She's a comedian.
Really?
That's what she does.
I'm out. I'm out. You guys, thank you so much. It was lovely. This is over.
I want you to know, girls, there is a big problem here. No, she's damaged. Something has happened.
Now this is back when
Does anyone want a jelly bean
what's her
or
face
a lollipop? Calm
used
down.
to be the only like brunette. It was like very blonde.
I know, but there's other people.
I'd rather shoot my left leg off than be part of Tipsy Girl.
Right.
You think I need that Tipsy Girl? I have never had anything to do with Tipsy Girl. But as usual, Sonia's got to go backwards and bring up this ridiculous lie again.
You shouldn't be invested in that brand. You're not going to make any money, and you're spinning your wheels. This idiot that's gone to everybody.
She said she sent you the
sent you
text.
the
Yeah, I did. You saw where John Medesian said, I spoke to
So
Dorinda.
this is basically how this whole show goes. It's usually them eating and drinking and then just like getting like really upset at each other constantly. Okay. And then you'll have little vignettes of them just in their homes and all of that. So now the cast looks like this. Okay. And this is the newest season that's debuting July 16th. So she's not going to be on this season because, pardon me, this is season 14 that's debuting in July. Okay. Because they all go like round robin around each other. They can't have the Real Housewives of New York on at the same time as Real Housewives of New Jersey on at the same time as the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you get mini seasons of each Real Housewives. Okay. So here's the current cast that she's going to be joining. Oh, that was the end. I'm sorry, guys, because I watched it. Come on. It wouldn't be a Nora live.
Can be any
technical difficulty.
What I love about New York is you can be anyone.
We are loud, proud, and larger than life.
Yeah. So these are the women. You're getting a look here.
We're all fabulous women, and we don't take no for an answer.
I mean, we're ass. I'm kidding. We're actually great. We're really great.
This season on The Real Housewives of New York City.
I love girls' night. Oh my God. Oh. Did I break her vintage chair?
Right.
What are you serving, Uba?
Chocolate, darling. Going to the market, going to the
Chocolate,
bodega.
darling.
Hi. I want to look
Rubies.
like a lion. There's a lot of hair. Not down there, up here.
Why did we need to know that?
$1.2 million. Oh my God, the infamous shoe closet.
I know.
If you're getting a ring that's $1.2 million, wow, that's maybe too much. Maybe too much for a decoration on your finger.
$62,000?
Tom Cruise sent his kid here. You could be rubbing shoulders.
Tom Cruise didn't send his kid there. Katie Holmes sent their biological offspring there. Get it straight.
With that.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie. Did I ever tell you that I had sex in the senator's office?
The kids are in the car, so just FYI.
Hi, I'm Bryn.
Hi, I'm the chef here tonight.
He's married. Oh, okay, never mind. Anyhow, I'm a little bit like Elizabeth Taylor. I just don't actually go through with it.
How did a popsicle get stuck in your vagina?
It didn't get stuck.
Oh.
Did you come out?
Oh, no. That was done for me by the New York Post.
So they even have, guys, they've included the gay on Real Housewives. Wow. So inclusive. So inclusive.
Oh my goodness. Even more though. Maybe I have a little crush. Bottoms up, Jenna. And willow.
Look at me. Look at me. Very sexy. Yes, 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 yes.
Jen, I can suck my dick.
We definitely talk shit about you.
Do you actually believe that I didn't come with you because I didn't want to flying coach?
I do.
Jenna leaving yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Her house is by the ocean.
These are the problems that these women have. Do you believe that I didn't come with you guys because I didn't want to fly coach? Ew. And sit with the poors? Oh my God. You guys, that's just silly. I mean, I would have been on the same flight, but of course in first class. Ugh.
Guys, your house is not.
Nothing can be Jenna's fault. It's probably my fault.
Maybe I like her a little bit more.
Once you're ready to get a divorce, I'm single.
Okay, so right there, she's hitting on a married guy. We all can see that, right? She's basically telling this guy, once you're free, I'm free.
If you accuse me of flirting with a married man, it's gonna really get real.
What? What?
Are you kidding me? You guys all suck.
When's the last time you had sex?
Since I've had the kids. Why are you going to Vietnam?
I need some time to myself.
Okay, guys, this is a red flag. And I'm not having sympathy for these people, they're ultra rich. But if your spouse, you've just birthed children, and then your spouse is like, I'm going to another country. I don't care what the country is. And it's because they need some time to themselves. That is a huge red flag. That's beyond. Thank you, L. Ron Liar, Room Raiders, for being here. I appreciate it. So this is the kind of mess that Rebecca Minkoff is joining on purpose. Okay, this is Bravo. Bravo should just be called, chaos. The Bravo channel. It's absolute chaos. So where do we go from here? So let's get an intro here into Rebecca Minkoff, shall we? Okay. She was interviewed a few years ago. Actually 1 year ago, this interview is from, on the Today Show. And let's just hear about how she got her start. What's up with her?
She's got it in the bag.
I'll never forget when I first saw my bag on a woman, I ran up to her and I was like, that's my bag. And she clutched it really hard. She goes, it's my bag. And I was like, no, I know it's your bag, but like I made it and I'm proud.
From handbags to shoes,
Handbags
home goods,
and
and more, Rebecca Minkoff has made it. But for the famous fashion designer, the runway to success was more like a long walk.
I guess it started when you were a child, right? Your love for fashion.
When I was 8, I wanted this beautiful dress and my mom said no, but I'll teach you how to sew.
So at 8, her mom refused to pay some ungodly amount of money for, some sort of princess dress or whatever the dress. We never find out what the dress was. And her mom said no, but I'll teach you how to sew. Let's see what her reaction to that was.
And as an 8-year-old, I didn't want to hear that. But once we got on the machine and I felt like I could create my own things out of my imagination, I was hooked.
So she learned to sew at 8. Okay, so we're crafting the narrative of this hardworking, self-made woman. Never mind that both her parents are in the medical profession and make millions upon millions of dollars. She's self-made, just rags to riches, guys. Here we go.
Rebecca went to a performing arts school where she spent her time in the costume department.
A private performing arts school, guys. How much do you think that cost? Her little private performing arts school. Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, my question is, did Rebecca go to a real performing arts school? Or did she go to a Scientology performing arts school like the one I taught at, Lewis Carroll Academy of the Arts? That is a performing arts school. P.S. The Scientology schools are also expensive. I don't know what school she went to. If somebody knows in the chat, drop it in there.
Before moving to New York City at 18 years old to intern for a designer.
In my spare time.
So she got an internship at 18 with a famous designer. I wonder how that happened.
time, I had a 5-piece collection that I designed. One of those items was a t-shirt, an I Love New York shirt that I cut up and bedazzled, and I was wearing it. My sister-in-law wore one. An actress, Jen Elfman, wore it on Jay Leno.
Oh, what a winky dink. Jenna Elfman wore this shirt that Rebecca Minkoff made. Now, guys, she took an I Love New York t-shirt, which you can buy for like $5 at pretty much every corner in New York. She cut some holes here in the armpit area. She decimated it with scissors all over the place. And then, sear stitched it, custom stitched this so it's tight on her. And then this is now fashion. This is how she got noticed, because where's Jay Leno looking here? Jay Leno is just looking at the boobies. He's not looking at anything else. But because little Rebecca Minkoff, got her parents' friend, Jenna Elfman. This is all nepotistic, that's how it's happening. All right.
After 9/11, was not planned. And he said my name on national television.
So she wears it, and that put your name on the map.
Ish. It was only until she came back to me 4 years later when she said, "Do you do bags? I'm going to be in."
So it was like, oh, that one didn't launch my career, honey. Let's do it again. Let's do it. I need your help again, bestie. I need your help again.
In a role in a movie where the character is wearing a bag the whole entire movie. And I just lied to her. And I said, yes, I do bags.
Yeah.
Beautiful bags. So I went up to 28th Street and had.
Yeah. So she's getting off and over it here, guys. She lied to Jenna Elfman to say, oh, of course I do bags. I got you, boo. I got you. I'm gonna whip you up a bag real quick.
One made. I had this design in my head, and it got to set 2 hours late.
So it made it to set?
Nope. It did not make it in the movie at all.
In 2005, Rebecca started wearing the purse, and people took notice of what's now known as the iconic morning after bag. Was that meaningful in some?
The morning after bag. The morning after bag. So Rebecca Minkoff's whole sales strategy is for the walk of shame. That's not shocking that a Scientologist is capitalizing on casual sex and, making it work. Sounds like somebody else we know. Capitalizing on sex in Scientology. Oh, did you guys catch the thumbnail? Her bestie, who she's pictured with, Danny Masterson. Yeah.
Some way, the title of the bag?
It was. If we all go back to 2005, Sex in the City was the rage. It was about the opportunity for romance or a fun night in Manhattan.
Rebecca's namesake line.
Her opportunity for romance. Okay.
Now, is it Kev? KP? KP's fine. I've been called a lot worse.
I would love to watch Graham Norton.
Time now for She Made It. Lifestyle and commerce.
I had a 5-piece collection that I designed. One of those items was a t-shirt, an I Love New York shirt that I cut up and bedazzled, and I was wearing it. My sister-in-law.
In 2005, Rebecca started with
about the opportunity for romance or a fun night in Manhattan.
Rebecca's namesake line grew over 500% through the 2008 recession by pivoting to make smaller bags at a lower.
So during the entire recession, she grows her business, which, by the way, she's not making these bags, guys. She's made that clear. She's designing them, okay, because she has ideas in her head. And then she gets other people to make these bags for her, right? Because she said originally when she was making that bag for Jenna, she went on 28th Street in New York, which is like the place where all of the people go to get like fake stuff. And she got it made for on the cheap. Yeah. And she sells her bags. We're going to get to her website here. Let's check out her website. All right. So this is her website. You can shop her spring collection. Let's shop. Let's see what we've got here. This tiny clutch is $328. It comes in all of these colors. This zip clutch with star studs is $200, $198. Small surplus crossbody. Guys, that's a fanny pack. Fanny pack. It's $348. Oh, we're getting into the sad beige collection. The medium crossbody. Again, these are very small purses, guys. These are like, you know, you can fit your wallet, your keys, and if you have a very slim, case, you can, put that in there. That's about it. Okay, $298, $298, $198, and then again, it's a fanny pack. $198. Oh, here we go with the big bags, the totes. The tote collection, totes adorbs, guys. And the way this bag drapes, it looks like a woman in a sad dress, in my personal opinion. But these are the more expensive ones. It's the hobo bag. Make sure you get your hobo bag for $328. Okay, I cannot speak to the quality of these bags because I've never held one. I have never seen one in real life. You can get it with moon and stars on it. Just look at it. Just look at it. What is that? Edie crossbody on a chain. What is this pattern? I don't know. Another hip pack. It's a fanny pack, guys. Soft tote. Soft bucket bag. Guys, it looks like someone took the legs from their jeans and then like haphazardly made it into a bag. And we're talking like $250. What is going on? Oh, and then why is there a handle here and a handle here? This is wrong. $250, guys. Oh, more sad beige. But you got sad beige with fringe. That's at least fun. Okay, so these are all her. Oh, there's 175 products. How many variations on hip packs and things can you have? Oh my goodness, it just gets more. So much sad beige. Okay, so these are, I guess this is like her trademark little clasp buckle-y thing. Every designer has one of those, right? But she likes to incorporate the hooks into things. That is fashion for her. This, guys, you can go to Ace Hardware and buy one of these things, even a gold-plated one for like 98 cents. If you really need a clasp, it's like 98 cents. Okay? Like this is, I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah. Also, guys, I'm going to be 100% upfront. In case you guys didn't know, I'm not a girly girl, and that's okay. I respect pieces. All purses come with a free e-meter, Rachel. I respect women who carry purses. Okay, and if you need it, I will carry it for you at some point. That's fine. But I've never been a purse person myself. I don't. Yeah, they're not my gym jam. I can respect a beautiful bag, but this is, come on. So this is handbags. Let's check out the clothing here real quick. So, oh, okay. So apparently the midriff is back. Oh, this girl looks so not happy. I wish models could just be free to be like, denim on denim crime is back. What is this? This is an undershirt. That's not an outside shirt. That goes under your blouse. That's an undergarment, which is apparently closed now. This is a coat. That's not a dress. I'm just going to say it. So we have buttons or no buttons. Buttons, no buttons. Totally different. Totally different. And you have to pay. Guys, the buttons on the same pant, this one is like, tapered at the bottom. But buttons on the black pants are going to run you $30. $30 for those buttons. This is also an undergarment. This is called a slip, guys. For those of you who did not grow up in a time period where you wore multiple layers, this is a slip. You put that on first, and then you put a dress over it. How do I know that? I was forced to wear many dresses as a child with slips. With slips. This is also that could be something. Okay, this is just a coat, guys, where she's wearing teeny tiny shorts under it, like again another slip. Again, a jacket that's a dress. This is underwear. Peplum sleeves. No more House on the Prairie, guys. No more Little House on the Prairie. What is going wrong with the world right now? No more peplums. See, guys, I watch a lot of Project Runways, okay? Okay, this is a sweatshirt. It's $63. This one's $98 for peplums. What is going on? This is something that like my mom would have worn in the 80s. No, $53. What is this? Bonnie long sleeve. It's a bodysuit, guys. $106. $98 for this plain black sweatshirt. It's a sweatshirt, y'all. Okay, these leather jackets. Let's look at leather jackets. $498. Guys, I can go get a motorcycle jacket that is leather with full armor in it for less than that. This is crazy. Let's look at the shoes. Now, I'm a big shoe person. I probably have too many pairs of shoes. I probably won't like any of these. Oh, God, the huge heels back. What is going on? The Megan pump. Okay, she only has a few shoes. This is like her Jimmy Choo thing. It's called the Juliana. Then there's the Megan, a booty. Guys, you can go to DSW and get these booties. This is $398 for this booty. You can go to DSW and get the same thing for $20. You could go to Target and get that for $20. What is this? West boot. It's not a Western boot because, you know, New York people are not going to wear Western boots. Look at the heel on this thing, guys. Who's walking like that? I mean, again, give it up to the women and everyone who wears high heels. I can't do it, y'all. I cannot. My ankles would break literally because I have bad ankles. All right. Accessories. Aren't purses accessories? How do I not? Okay, these are wallets. Okay. Oh, here's a little clutch. $120. Guys, that's literally to put your lipstick and your makeup in when you're out. Maybe some cash. Another fanny pack. $198. A card case. That's just to carry your cards in to put inside one of the purses. $88. Okay, necklaces. Here we go. And bracelets. $88, $98, $78. You can get a new shoulder strap for $68 for one of her purses. It's cloth. It looks like a really bad pair of suspenders, guys. That is just, what is happening? I don't want to take 15%. Oh, she's selling fragrances now too. Blush for $15. That's 200 milliliters, guys. That's not even an ounce. $15. And if you want the 100 milliliters, it's $100. You can get eau de parfum. Here, this is $14. This is like a travel one. You can get her candle, Rebecca Minkoff. Who knows what it smells like? $25. And then just the Rebecca Minkoff scent, whatever that is, $65, $15, and $58. Like, what? What's on sale right now? Guys, this pink nylon tote, $172. These backpacks, $106. It must be because of the fringe. The fringe is extra. This Julian zipped medium backpack, which I guarantee you cannot even fit a book in it, $297. I want to look inside this. Let's look at this thing. Let's look how big this is. What is that? What is this shape? Who wants that protruding from their back? And then it zip. What? That's very vaginal. It's a lot of, yeah. All right. As you can see, she's making quite a bit of money off the high-end bag, everything else market. Okay. So we're going to get out of that. And this is the official deadline. Oh, whoops. Oops-a-doodles. I clicked the wrong thing first. Here we go. So Deadline shared this article. Okay. And this was recently. This is back in April. Rebecca Minkoff joins the Real Housewives of New York City, season 15. Here she is against the Real Housewives that we saw earlier. I don't want any of that. Okay. So Rebecca Minkoff is joining the Real Housewives of New York City, season 15. Deadline has learned. A source close to production says the fashion designer has been filming with the cast for the new season in an unspecified role. Bravo has yet to confirm if Minkoff will be holding an apple. When they say that, that means at the beginning of all the Real Housewives, they hold like a little apple, like as if they're the evil stepmothers of the world, just offering this apple out to unsuspecting, hidden princesses around the world. With the rest of the cast in a full-time capacity, or if she will take on a friend of role when the reality series returns later this year. Now, oftentimes, guys, if you've watched these reality shows over and over, they will screen test the likability or dramability of a potential cast member by introducing them in a season as a friend. And then the next season following that, they will come back as a full-time cast member if people are just like in love with them, kind of a thing, like, or they cause a lot of drama and they can write storylines around them. Okay. Minkoff co-founded with her brother Yuri Minkoff the Rebecca Minkoff brand, which specializes in luxury handbags, accessories, and apparel. So apparently Uri wasn't sitting there at the sewing machine with his sis, but somehow he co-founded her brand with her because everything in Scientology is nepotistic. Apparently he's just talentless schmuck who needs to lean on his big sis, to make those ducats. Okay. So let's go here. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes. So Showbiz 411, a few years back, this is from 2021. New York Times did a big spread on Rebecca Minkoff. And this was a response on the nets here, on the internets. And let's read all about it from Roger Friedman. All right. So it says, New York Times doesn't know designer Rebecca Minkoff's Scientologist Dr. Father was part of Lisa McPherson death. Bum, bum, bum. So here we're getting into the meat potatoes, guys. So Roger says, the New York Times obviously has no editors and no fact checkers. Their big fashion feature today is about Rebecca Minkoff, who is revealed as a member of the church, in quotes, of Scientology, a dangerous cult. Thank you, Roger. The Times writer, Jessica Chesta, allows Minkoff to blow off any inquiries. But Minkoff and her family have been in Scientology for more than 30 years. Her father, Dr. David Minkoff, was the ER doctor selected by the cult to pronounce the death of Lisa McPherson, a member who died infamously in their care. Now, for anybody who is unfamiliar, I'm going to very quickly, and I'm going to come back to this article. We are going to talk about Lisa. See, now I'm getting ads for Rebecca Minkoff, guys. Look at this. This is how much the Matrix thinks that I want Rebecca Minkoff in my life. I'm getting a random ad now for that. Like, no, thank you. Report it. I don't need to. I'm not going to report her ad right now, but that would be fun. Okay. So this is an article from the Tampa Bay Times from 2019. And it says here, this is part of the St. Petersburg Times special report on Scientology that originally published on June 22nd, 2009. Okay. So this article breaks down the timeline of what happened to this woman, Lisa McPherson. Okay, we're going to do this real quickly. For those of you who don't know about Lisa McPherson, she needs to be talked about more. Everyone, geez Louise, this is an aggressive ad. All right. So 1994, Lisa McPherson, a longtime Scientologist, moves from Dallas to Clearwater with her employer, AMC Publishing. The company is operated and staffed mostly by Scientologists who want to be close to the church's spiritual headquarters. A lot of Scientologists, including Tom Cruise, end up buying property in Florida so that they can, not have to pay for the housing there. Okay, because it's cheaper. In Florida, it's still pretty cheap to buy, relatively small real estate. It's just like, really, really, Rebecca, I feel attacked. Who's the suppressive now? My goodness. September 95, a year later, okay, in a ceremony at the Fort Harrison Hotel, Lisa McPherson is publicly declared clear. So she moved to Flag, and within a year, achieves the state of clear. I was also clear. Last lifetime. Thank you very much. And she gets, that's a big accomplishment. A lot of Scientologists never reach that state. A state in which Scientologist is said to be free of inhibitions caused by painful images in the subconscious. In her last 5 years, McPherson spent more than $175,000 on Scientology counseling. She is 36. So it cost her in 5 years. I have to, guys, I passed math in college and in high school, but I'm going to divide that. 175 divided by 5. That's $35,000 a year she was spending just on services to go from zero to clear. Okay. So let's keep going here. November 18th, 1995. Now, I was at Flag at this time. I was in the Fort Harrison. I was all over the place there doing my training. I arrived just around here to Flag. After a minor traffic accident, Lisa McPherson takes off her clothes and tells a paramedic, I need help. I need to talk to someone. She's taken to Morton Plant Hospital for psychiatric evaluation, but signs out against the doctor's advice. Church members take her to the Fort Harrison. So this is truncated, but church members showed up at Morton Plant Hospital to convince the doctors, oh my God, how do I get rid of this stupid ad? I'm sorry, guys. This is it's gross. I'm going to report it now. Not appropriate. All right. And they got her checked out against doctor's advice because they were going to take care of her. Supervising her medical care was Janice Johnson, who was not licensed to practice medicine in Florida and whose license was restricted in Arizona. December 5th, 1995. Again, I'm there with her. After 17 days, the Scientologists caring for Lisa McPherson worry that she's become seriously ill. They drive her to a hospital in Newport Richey, past 4 closer hospitals, so she can be seen by who? Dr. David Minkoff, Rebecca's daddy. Okay. It's all right, KTP, to whatever you did. I'm all right. News of Lisa. So then she's seen by Dr. David Minkoff, a Scientologist who works in the ER. McPherson is not breathing, has no heartbeat, and is gaunt, bruised, and unkempt. Minkoff pronounces her dead. There's no local obituary and no public police report of her death. Now, I'm not going to show any of those pictures of Lisa's emaciated body today. But for those of you guys who don't know, she was mummified in her own room due to dehydration and malnourishment. Okay. So this is a containment issue for OSA to make sure that only a Scientologist touched this case. so that they could control the narrative 100%. Okay. So December 16th. This is, 11 days later. News of Lisa McPherson's death leaks out. The church's version of what happened. She checked into the Fort Harrison for rest and relaxation and suddenly fell ill. The woman had a manic episode, took off her clothes and ran down a street in Clearwater, Florida, screaming for help. Was picked up by paramedics and then aggressively taken out of the hospital where she was getting care by Scientologists who then murdered her in her room. Okay. Now, January 97. So I was at Flag while she was there, and I was there while she died, unfortunately. RIP to her. We were not told any of this, by the way, when we were on training. None of us outer org trainees knew that a woman had passed away inside the Fort Harrison. I can promise you that. No one knew that. So now by January 97, the Pinellas Pasco State Attorney's Office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement joined the Clearwater Police in an investigation. An entire year later, they're finally investigating this. And so now another medical examiner is like, there's no way this is the real story. So then we get the wrongful lawsuit death against the church that started in February. Enter Mike Rinder into the scene as he was cleaning up this mess. The accusations were that they allowed her to languish in a coma without nutrition and liquids while she was held in isolation at the Fort Harrison Hotel. Now, somebody who is having a manic episode like she would have been put on something called the introspection rundown. And yes, she would have been completely isolated from everyone else because she was dangerous. Okay. But because Scientologists, oh my goodness, that burp just came out of nowhere. I apologize. Dogmatically believe that no other therapy is useful or helpful or healing, that only they have the solution to the mind, they would not have taken her to anywhere to get actual assistance. Okay. And if she just sat there in a coma, then good. She's just resting. She's quiet, but they can't administer IV fluids. They can't do all these things because they're not medical professionals. Right. Okay. So, so then this doctor in February of 2000, we're now talking 4 years later after the incident, her death certificate gets changed from undetermined to accident. Okay. So now they can't win the case. And then in 2004, okay, so 8 years it took, 8 years of litigation to reach a confidential settlement to the Lisa McPherson Trust. All right. So, oh, who's that? Is it Marty? Yeah. He ordered the last 2 days of the logs destroyed. He feared they incriminated the church. Here are excerpts that were not destroyed. So this is the stuff that they thought was okay. Okay. November 18th, Lisa's talking since about 30 minutes. I created time 3 billion years ago, and now I'm dramatizing it since then. I am LRH, and I didn't confront it because I didn't confront that power. I want to dance. I need my auditor. I need to confront my mom. 3:15, she's still talking nonstop. She tried to get out of the door. The next day, this afternoon, Lisa walked like a robot. What is new? If she oh, good grief. If she starts talking and she talks and talks, then she stares at a spot. She also tries to push buttons on me, what she never did before. She says, I am her and she is controlling my body. She kissed me on my mouth. Once I let her sit outside for 5 minutes. She took my arm and put it on her tummy and went with her tongue over my face. I brought her back to bed. She has difficulties even to swallow a bit of water. She got 2 sips of protein drink down. Right now, she's again jumping out of the bed over and over. I went into the room. She was totally type 3. Type 3 is psychotic. That's Scientology speak for psychotic. Blabbering, incoherent, nonstop, shaking, no warm clothes on, a bra top plus shorts and shoes, no socks. She fell asleep for 4 hours, then got up. I finally chased her around the place 50 times, got on slacks, t-shirt, jacket, socks, shoes. She was like an ice cube. She talked incoherently hour after hour. She refused to eat and spit out everything she took. Her breath was foul. She looked like measles and chickenpox on her face, had a fever to my touch. After 1 p.m., she went violent, hit me a few times, telling me in a rage she was to kill me a number of times. I called the guard outside. He stayed with me during the rage, but she still smacked me around. I did cover and guard myself, but she was out of control. The next day, awake, from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., on floor, scooting around, moving arms and legs, speaking and groaning. From 1:30 to 5 a.m., I probably got the equivalent of 3 valerian root caps into her. It took 4 feedings over a 4.5-hour period. She will appear to be very cooperative, hold her mouth open, make eye contact as if she's there, then close the back of her throat and not swallow. My idea of closing her nose so she had to swallow so she can breathe through her mouth is only marginally successful. 9:15 a.m., same day. I got a small amount of the banana and shake mixture into her, about an ounce of tea. She is much more physically strong this a.m. Oh my goodness. She sits up frequently for long periods of time, whereas yesterday I only saw her sit up once. She was lying on the floor, scooting around. She's using her legs to kick again. Yesterday, it wasn't much of a threat. PPS, Lisa's come up tone. She was apathetic yesterday, physically and in her communication. Just a couple spurts of anger, not very determined at that. This AM, she's deliberate, nasty, even evil. What I want to point out, this woman is not eating. She's not sleeping. She's in a complete, absolute state of psychosis. There is not 1 ounce of love or empathy for this human being that this person who's logging this even states. Now, I will tell you this. Having been under watch myself, I keep missing this here, many times while in the Sea organization, because I tried to leave a few times, I can promise you there are logs like this about me. I was under 24-hour guard. I don't even remember the amount of time, guys. I would have to go back and like relive it. I'm not going to do that right now because this is very upsetting. But what they're saying in those notes is, in Scientology, when you write a report to a senior, you're just supposed to state time, place, form, and event with no emotion attached to it. So let's say this box of Kleenex gets stolen from my desk. Okay. And I saw Joe steal this box of Kleenex from my desk. And now I'm pissed because I need this. Okay. But my report has to say at 12:23, what time is it? 12:49 p.m. on May 17th, 2024, I saw Joe walk up to my desk. And as soon as I turned around, he took my only box of Kleenex, which I paid for myself, and took it to his desk. And when I confronted him and said, hey, that's my Kleenex, I need that back, he laughed in my face and told me that I was an idiot. This is true. There is no emotion. I can't say, what I think about Joe, why this is, anything that would make me seem emotional or irrational. So when this person is writing these disgusting log about Lisa McPherson, that's all they're doing. Today, she talked for hours and hours and hours. just scooting on the floor. Like, this is alarming stuff, guys. This is not what normal, healthy, rational people do. Right? So they kept a log up until the moment she passed. Okay. And I'll scoot to the last entry that we have. This is from December 3rd. Okay. Tried to feed her again, but wouldn't take anything. She thought we were psychos or other enemies who wanted to kill her. She was right. 10 a.m. She slept most of the time, several hours of really good sleep, deep sleep. When she awakened this a.m., she was very confused and combative. 2 p.m. appears to be awakening. She has tried to stand several times, but is not strong enough. She's not strong enough to stand up, guys. I'm going to feed her some mashed banana and protein powder. Have been in calm with security regarding getting more money for her. Guys, she's in a hotel, a literal hotel. And they are charging her money to hold her captive. This person is concerned that the allocation budget is not going to be enough to go down to the kitchen and get her a goddamn banana. They made her pay for her own imprisonment. They charged her for that hotel room that she was in. And then, like the previous article stated, they drove 45 minutes away. There were 3 other hospitals. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 other hospitals that they could have taken her to an emergency room when they finally decided to get it together and take her to an emergency room. But instead, they drove to the one hospital that had a Scientologist doctor on the ER staff. Okay. And that was, dear friends, this man right here. No, I don't. I definitely do not want any of your nonsense, Dr. Minkoff. Okay. So this is him. Let's go to our about. Okay. Our team. Oh, there they are. David and Sue Minkoff. Husband, wife, doctor, nurse team. For their, place, LifeWorks Wellness Center. LifeWorks Wellness Center. Okay. Let's see. Look at, I will say this, okay? Where did it go? I will say this. Somehow, those 2 individuals, these 2, produced this. And I will say she's definitely the best combination of, those 2. These 2 people made I gotta share it. Okay. These 2, and this is their daughter. So, this is where she comes from. Okay, guys. So this is the LifeWorks Wellness Center where we've got Dr. David Minkoff and his wife, Sue Minkoff, who is a nurse there. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I went to medical school in Wisconsin. Oh, look at that. So did she. Okay. So they probably met in medical school. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't share my screen. Can you guys see it now? All right. So here's the Minkoffs. They have all these other doctors on their staff. And then they have board certified family nurse practitioners. I guess that's what the APRN means. Okay. So they've got these 3. This is the director. She's the administrative director. Shaylin is patient's accounts manager. We got Leanna. All these guys are like in customer service, modalities team leader, whatever that means. This girl looks like a Sciento. So this is his team. It's just him and his harem of women working for him here. Not one other dude is working for Dr. Minkoff. Interesting. All right. So let's see what services they offer here, y'all, at the LifeWorks Wellness Center. So conditions. These are the conditions that they treat. Acid reflux, acne, adrenal stuff, ALS. There's no treatment for ALS, guys. That's a death sentence. Let's see what you can get for ALS here. This article has been reviewed and fact-checked by Dr. Minkoff, who's a board-certified doctor practicing medicine since 1974. So this is an article he wrote. Okay. Conventional treatment includes medication to manage symptoms, as well as speech therapy, physical therapy, and nutritional support. LifeWorks is a one-of-a-kind, all-natural treatment program for patients with ALS. So then they give you a definition of ALS, sporadic, familial symptoms of ALS, what causes it, who gets it. Now, these are the conventional treatments for it: physical therapy, speech therapy, nutritional support, breathing support, emotional support. Alternative. Instead of thinking of ALS as a fixed, static condition, this is completely Scientology. We look at it as a deterioration of one or more systems and functions of the body, which create the symptoms that have been labeled as ALS. Because ALS isn't real, guys. It's just a label. It's just a label. Our approach is based on locating and treating these hidden underlying factors. So what are we going to do? Looking for underlying factors. CNS neurocognitive test. Assess the neurocognitive status of the patient, including motor skills and performance, memory, attention, and executive functioning. An MRI. That's good. A MOCA. Whatever that is, cognitive assessment. Vascular health assessment. Okay. So that's good. I don't know what test they do to do that. So now testing inflammatory markers, autoimmune conditions, heavy metal toxicity. This is one of the biggest scams that Scientology keeps promoting and making money off of. So anything that's wrong with you. This guy, Minkoff, and a few other Scientology doctors jumped on this heavy metal thing in the 90s. Okay. Now, this is not to say that if you have, I'm not a doctor. I'm going to just repeat that over and over. I am not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But I don't know of anywhere else where you're going to go to automatically get signed up for heavy metal toxicity detox, except for a Scientology practitioner, y'all. Okay. This is just, you go in and you get these intravenous injections, and it's supposed to like flush out the heavy metals in your body. Okay. So this is the natural treatment interventions for ALS. Peptide therapy. Peptide therapy. Has anyone here heard of peptide therapy before? I know I see that there's a couple nurses in the chat here and doctors. Peptide therapy, food allergy treatment, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Let's just put them in a pressurized chamber, guys. PEMF, emission of electromagnetic waves to stimulate the body's healing properties. Let's just turn on those healing. Let's turn it on. Yes, chelation. Yes, chelation, Amy. Uh-huh. Now, as a nurse, you could expand on what chelation is actually used for, but Scientologists use it for everything. Vilite Neuro delivers photons to a light-sensitive enzyme in the mitochondria, which is known to trigger self-repair mechanisms in the cells, enhance cognition, and protect cell neurons. Guys, they're shining a flashlight on you. I wonder how much that costs. Brain HQ, brain training exercise, health coaching, brain tap. This sounds very odd. A brain tap. Tapping into specific brainwave states. Brain tap helps to reboot and revitalize the brain, promotes relaxation, and reduces stress on the body and mind. Now, that's very un-Scientology. We're not supposed to, talk about the brain. It's just some gray goop in your head. That is cuckoo kajou. Celergen. This is an anti-aging cell therapy supplement. We've got vitamins. We've got vitamins. Yes, scientists do push hyperbaric and push it on stroke patients, which is disgusting. Yeah, they think the oxygen is going to restore the brain cells. I mean, it would be great if it did. I would be sucking down some oxygen all day, every day. Let me tell you guys. Okay. But it doesn't. So now we've got the supplements. We've got the whole shebang. But let's go to the most controversial thing that they treat here, guys. We're going to go for the big C. We're going to go to the cancer page here because I want y'all to see. Is this loading? What is it doing? There we go. Cancer. Now, more Scientologists than any other cause that I know of besides unaliving themselves have passed of cancer. I have helped people through cancer recovery, and sometimes they're passing. Cancer sucks. I think we can all agree, fuck cancer. Fuck it in the ass with a chainsaw. Okay. But now they don't even go into what cancer is and all that other stuff like they did with ALS. We're just going to jump right into the deep end. Alternative cancer treatment. That's what we're giving you here, y'all. So, integrative cancer treatment. There's a whole video. Should we click play? We will.
Here at LifeWorks, we do a lot of what we call integrative oncology. Regular oncology basically has three modalities.
Just look at his eyes, guys. Look at these eyeballs on this man. This is, one day we'll do a breakdown of SNL. That's much more fun. Let's keep going.
Modalities that they treat people with. There's surgery, there's radiation, and there's high-dose chemotherapy. A lot of patients that we see have been failures for that.
Okay, so surgery, radiation, high-dose chemotherapy. Those are the traditional treatments, as we all know. And now they're gonna fix the failures of the traditional medical system.
Or some people are just scared of going through that process, and they've been diagnosed with some kind of cancer. We get people literally from all over the world who come here for integrative oncology. And our approach is very much the same. What is it that underlies it? What are the deficiencies? What can we do to attack their cancer that's different and actually less destructive than the treatments that they've been getting?
Okay, so now we're going to get into the secret sauce that David has developed to treat cancer. Here we go.
We do some lab workups, one of which is this thing called the Greek test, where we can send their blood to a laboratory, yes, in Greece, where he can take the tumor stem cells that are circulating around in the blood and do tests on them to find out what kills them. And he tests 50 chemo drugs and he tests 50 natural agents. Regular oncology treats everyone by protocol. The idea of regular oncology.
So this is customized oncology with his homie who takes your cells and then is testing them out to see what's gonna pop for you, what's gonna help you the best.
Oncology is nuclear bomb inside of you, and maybe you make it and maybe you don't.
Okay, so that statement that chemotherapy is a nuclear bomb inside your body, that is repeated over and over and over in Scientology. That don't go to get that nasty chemo because you're just killing everything. You're killing your whole body. So don't do it. Bad news bears.
What we know from this is if we send this blood for circulating tumor stem cells to see what are they sensitive to, not everybody's the same. So what I'm trying to find out is what is the best thing to do to them, which is also the least.
What's the best thing to do to them, guys? Have you ever said that sentence out loud? Do for them, you fucking psychopath. Do to them. This is not. Doctors take the Hippocratic Oath, guys. You promise to do no harm. But he wants to do things to his patients. Okay.
Least destructive. Pretty much everyone knows that high-dose chemotherapy is very hard on bodies.
Again, there it is again. Second time.
It makes people's immune system go down. The tumor stem cells aren't killed by chemotherapy. So when the oncologist finished.
So now he's deciding that tumor stem cells, what? Tumor stem cells are not killed by chemotherapy. I have to try and wrap my brain around this ridiculous statement because I'm sure that we have all somehow been affected in our lives by someone in our lives that we know, friend, family member, who has been diagnosed with cancer at some point, some form of cancer. This is just crazy. Correct, Amy. Correct. Guys, and his treatment is not covered by insurance. You're paying out of pocket for this nonsense. Oh. You'd rather ask the black ape. Me too. Me too, Rachel.
With you, and your tumor is shrunk, and everybody's celebrating. The thing he's worried about is that there's still circulating tumor cells. You have a high chance of recurrence, and there isn't a good solution to this in normal oncology.
So if you go get that nasty chemotherapy, radiation, quackadoodle doctor stuff, just because your tumor goes away doesn't mean it's gone. You're still going to die unless you come see me and my bestie who figured this out. Okay? And we're going to save you.
Oncology, except to just give more and keep your fingers crossed. We know they're circulating tumor cells. We know that.
We know it. I talked to the leader of the tumor cell gang, and he was like, unless you pay me the protection fee, we're going to keep living here in this body because we like it.
That the regular drugs aren't going to kill them. Vitamin C will kill circulating.
Oh my God. Vitamin C is going to, thank you, fuck cancer. And I'm sorry about your mom, Quirkalopoulos. Vitamin C, guys. We're going to do a vitamin C infusion. Oh my God. Oh, I lost it. Please hold.
Normal oncology, except to just give more and keep your fingers crossed. We know they're circulating tumor cells. We know that the regular drugs aren't going to kill them. Vitamin C will kill circulating tumor cells. And so will IV curcumin in some.
IV curcumin. Vitamin C and IV curcumin.
Cases. And so will ozone in some cases. And what we're trying to do, it's death by 1,000 cuts. We're not going to kill off your immune system. We're trying to gauge the therapy so that we keep your immune system and we kill as many tumor cells as possible. And we don't make you miserable. And we try to keep your quality of life.
Curcumin and vitamin C, y'all, in intravenous ways is what this quackadoodle man is selling. More, yes, you can. You can fight cancer holistically. This is just, I agree with you, Chad. How is this man still practicing medicine? How is he still practicing? He's the man who took one look at Lisa McPherson's mummified, emaciated, completely decimated body as an ER doctor and was like, Undetermined. Undetermined. Don't know what happened to her. That's just weird. And now he makes millions of dollars selling this nonsense to people, especially Scientologists, because by the time they go to a doctor, any doctor, and they're like, I feel like maybe I'm not so good. They already have stage 4 cancer. This is so grotesque. This is beyond grotesque. This is, of course, this woman's father. And she didn't want to go to medical school. Okay. So she became a designer by accident because of her bestie Jenna of bags. She doesn't sew any of those things. Where are her clothes made? Where are her bags made? Now I'm really curious. I didn't put a tab up for this, guys. I have to Google. So let's see. Where does she make her stuff? She has a factory in the Dominican Republic that produces some of her products on demand. Rebecca Minkoff, made in USA versus made in China, Purse Forum. That's a Purse Forum is a blog. So apparently her bags are made in China. And as we know from many documentaries, China employs children to do their work in factories, oftentimes chained to their station. Same thing with the Dominican Republic. It's not empowering women. This woman is not empowering women. She's enslaving children. Okay, let's see here. What does this say here? Better together. Thank you for your super chat. Hey, I went down a rabbit hole on Scientology front groups and who applied for the PPP. I found youth-centric fronts, something called drug-free marshals. Do you know if that program still exists? Yes, it does. It does. It does. It does. It does. Yeah, drug-free marshals is part of the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. It is the way that they engage with children to give them like a little sticker that's a star, and they're a drug-free marshal, and they learn about, drugs, and they pledge to say no to drugs. Okay, that is crazy. Is your chat working? Up to date? Yeah, my chat's working. I don't know, April. Somebody doesn't want you to know about the Minkoffs here. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So, this is the snake oil that started her legacy, that paid for her schooling, and continues today, guys. Okay? This is what they're doing. This is how they scam other people. So Rebecca is a living testament to the scam and the sociopathy that Scientology produces. Like I said a couple days ago, the longer you're in Scientology, the more Scientology that you do, the more of a sociopath you become. Two great famous examples of that. And you can witness it as their time went on in Scientology. Kirstie Alley and no Apple, and Jenna Elfman. Okay. So if you look at these two women and their careers, their public statements, their public persona, and way they conduct themselves, they have done a lot. I mean, Kirsty, RIP, she's dead. A lot of Scientology. And you can see how they only became worse as human beings. Jenna's still alive. And if you look back on those early days of her when she was, like, listen, guys, we all mature, we all age. Jenna and I are about the same age. I believe she's 50. She's a few years older than me. But I could be wrong on that. I haven't Googled Jenna Elfman ever. I don't care. My point is we're in the same age bracket. Okay. If you look at her in her early days in her career, she was like an it girl, right? She was bubbly. She was happy. She was, selling the relationship goals. And now she's just like a viper, just bitter, for no reason, right? Supposedly she's part of the religion that makes you more able, that makes you happier, that expands your dynamics, that just makes everything roses. And she is the meanest, most angry person on the internet. She took the crown from Kirsty after Kirsty left. Better Together. Thank you again for super chat. In Pinellas County alone, the drug-free marshals, as of 2008, counted 3,500 kids exposed to Scientology in that group. That's what the church, that was their stat, who seems to have problem counting or accurately reporting members. So it's a little sus. Yeah. Like, here's the deal. If they do an event and they're given 500 stickers, okay, to hand out and have kids take the pledge and all this other shit, they have to get those 500 stickers handed out. So they will even just hand them out and get people to like sign their little logbook so they can send it up as a compliance report, even if they don't do the whole pledge and everything else, because they have to show all these kids were exposed to it. So some kid is at a flea market or at the, Saturday market or something, and they just got a sticker and, they ask them the kid's name and then they'll write the name in the book. It's not really the same thing, but that's one way to like falsify the stats. All the stats in Scientology are false. They're all false. They're all false. So what is my point here in highlighting Rebecca Minkoff and all of this crazy jewelness? I think that the producers in Bravo need to hear about Miss Minkoff and her parents and what they're doing, because as much as Bravo likes drama, what they don't like is lawsuits. What they don't like is, stuff that could come back and reflect on them in a super negative light. Like, they want manufactured drama. They want their scripted drama, but they don't want real drama. Okay. So, yes, I'm about to get to the chats here, April. Please hold. I'm going to get to all the starred. I have 89 starred comments, guys. My mods, Heather and Summer, are amazing. And P.S. they've started their own show here on the Tubies of the U's. And it is called Cultology. Their @ is Cultology Twins. Please give them some love and a subscribe. They are this close to being able to get monetized, guys, because I pay them in sweatshirts, which is not helpful. That doesn't pay the bills. It is fun and they are nice, but yeah, they need to get in on this, and they're amazing and they're a lot of fun and they're hilarious. Let's get to the chats. Rhonda, you were first. Hi, yay, celebrate. First comment. Pamela SP Butterfly, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. And hello back to you. Renee, good afternoon from Dallas. And I'm glad to see y'all here. It's been a big storm there in Texas. Maybe it was Houston. But yeah, be safe. Be safe. S, thanks for being a member. Good evening from cheery old London. Beautiful. Selfless Self. Guys, listen, if you didn't see this comment at the beginning because you weren't here, Selfless Self's car was stolen yesterday in Austin. This is terrible. So please give Selfless some love. Hit up his Venmo or PayPal if you can. He's going to need some help. Jersey Jan 527. Hey, from New Jersey, my fellow SPs. Hello, fellow SPs. If I could get Steve Buscemi to say that, I would die. I would literally die. Stu B, thanks for being a member. I guess it's a good thing I suck at sleeping because I get to see Nora's face live instead of on the replay. Hey, well, I hope you do get to sleep. And I love that you're here live, though. Thank you for that. Eve Barney, hey, y'all. And thanks for being a member. Doctor Who, Heather. Hey, everybody. Hey, Heather. Francesca, thanks for being a member. Hey. Psych on the Rocks. Uh-oh, hot dog. The gay. Yes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Susie SP Squirrel. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for getting me away from my Bravo content. Yeah. It's, hey, I know everybody out there is big Vanderpump Rules fans. I haven't gotten his summer gives that 2 birds up. I haven't never watched that show. I keep being told to watch it. Maybe. But Real Housewives of Scientology, y'all, that would be some crazy shit. That would be amazing. I would love that, actually, because we know all the dirt behind them in the real times. West Coast Fancy Nancy, thanks for being a member. I'm at work. I'll catch this on the replay. All righty. Thank you for tuning in there. Ali Bali B, 1972-07. Oh, how we all loves Nora. If you don't, you must be a troll. Thank you so much for that, Ali, and thanks for being a member. Marissa Martin, PDX. Hi, babes. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. And thanks for being a member. Couldn't wait for this live, Hippie Chick 69. And thanks for being a member. I'm glad you're here. I don't know what we're laughing at, but I'm with you. Thank you for that. Merle Hurd just came from Rabbits Live. Lots of whack-a-troll happened. Yeah. Guys, here's the deal, is that right now, because of the protesting, and thank you to every single protester out there. If you don't know who's out protesting, who's live, all that stuff, please go to SPTV.space, because Fluffer Squirrel UK has made an incredible resource. That's a website that not only has the names, the handles, links to their channel of every single member of SPTV, but the widget at the top tells you who's live right now. Okay. And you can just click on that and go to their live. It is a great resource. Let me pull it up here. I will show you. Let's do it here. Let's pull it up. SPTV.space. And it is loading. And here we go. Boom. Look at, there's me. I'm live. Ta-da. So right now we've got BS Incinerator. Literally Surge is live. Mandy, me, and Solomon Streets. So we got 4 LA peeps and then little old me up here in Portland, Oregon. So there you go. But yeah, go to SPTV.space, guys. So it shows you, then there's little icons here to show you if someone's a survivor. We've got 4 survivors here. 3 survivors. BS Incinerator, Surge, and me. If they're a traveler, if they are an activist. Oh, I get 2. Look at me. I got the little, because all these people should have it. If they're a journalist, satire, or supporter. Okay. See, and like right here, Nance Drew needs our support. She does. Guys, she got arrested for boob jitsu. Okay. And Cultology Twins will be on there tomorrow. But this is, please click on this link. Go to SPTV.space. It's going to take you to this, which is Nance Drew's links, her Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, her Amazon list. Okay. Because they are going through with this court case on Nance Drew. It is insane. I don't understand it. I'm not a lawyer. But Nance Drew needs our help. Okay. And this is Linktree, linktr.ee/Nance Drew. I'm going to put that in the chat so you guys can go there, copy and paste, or just go to SPTV.space. Okay. And then you guys can have it from there. But please, let's support Nance in any way that you can, even if that's just liking or subscribing to her content. She needs our help right now because she's sticking her neck out every single day, guys. But the reason why the Whack-A-Troll situation is happening so vehemently is because of people like Nance and everybody else who's out every single day protesting. They are, trying to send people into chats, into lives to disrupt it in hopes that the streamers will stop streaming because they're so annoyed. We have the best mods in the business, guys, who do not take any quarter with trolldom. So it's just really stupid. But also, thanks for coming in and making a comment and giving me a view, guys. Yes. Thanks for boosting that algorithm. That's what I got to say. All right. Let's get back. Alicia is in the chat. Thank you, Miss Alicia. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Degraded Daughter, please do so. I love her. She's a good lady. Ramona is wild AF. Also very self-unaware. Yeah. Ramona is a legend in the Real Housewives community. Just cuckoo. Amy M, it is all staged. Yes, that reality is not reality. It is all created. It's all created. The leg. Yeah, she threw that leg right up there. That was crazy. Super crazy what happened here. I've got so many. Okay, no. Let's see here. Fuzzy pink handcuffs. Hi, oh no, Nora, room raid from Elron Liar, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. Ew, coach. I know, right? Like, gross. Guys, I cannot fly, coach. Blech. Like, come on. Pocono Pluck. How does anyone watch this? Yeah, you have to be in a certain mindset. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes after I've had a day of just talking about Scientology, I will put on Selling the OC because those people are ridiculous. And I remind myself how great my life is by watching sometimes a disaster. I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't have to catastrophize my own life. It's there on the screen for me. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably not healthy. St. Louis Scientology Squirrel. Andy Cohen loves to amp up the drama. Yeah. St. Louis native. Is that why, or that's just a fun fact about him? Pause for Andrea. Thanks for being here. I don't watch any of the real entitled housewife shows. I watched the Real Housewives of Sciento that Aaron and Reese put out, though. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Okay, finish that. And now I'm going to have my water. You guys can get this sticker in my merch shop, The Gay, along with other things if you go to oh.nooo.nora.com. The Big Apples. Yeah. Thanks, VTV, and thanks for being a member. Merly, Rebecca Minkoff sent vinegar. Probably. Yeah. Thank you, Marissa. I do deserve a promotional for this. Absolutely. God, where's my money? Bravo. Wait, Scientos can't buy fragrances? Yeah, no, they can't. Guys, this is what's ironic is you're not allowed to wear any fragrances inside the Church of Sciento because Elron decreed that they are restimulative and can, make you go cuckoo cuckoo if you're wearing perfume or scented shampoo or scented deodorant. So you got a lot of stinky ass people up in those places. Mostly they smell like coffee and cigarettes. And then a lot of body odor. Just so much body odor. Does anybody remember crystal deodorant? Y'all, that stuff is disgust. And yeah, I went through years of wearing that because it was all natural and, kept me smelling okay. No, it didn't. Absolutely not. It did not. I apologize to everybody who had to endure my odoriferous pits during that time period. I have handled that now. I smell very nice. It's me, Jane. Thanks for being a member. Runs about the same in merch shops for a t-shirt or sweatshirts. Everything is overpriced nowadays. Like, it's like I better love it to buy it. Yeah, except for, I mean, my merch isn't that expensive and it has fun stuff on it. So yeah, but like a plain black sweatshirt, like, come on, just go to Old Navy and get that shit for $10. It's from the same sweatshop. I mean, you know, VTV, don't need a big bag when you got no money or personality. Yes. There are a lot of pains in getting older, but more bonuses like not falling for this crap. Agreed. Girlfriend, Laura FM in the house. Yes, I was at CCN. This is correct. Some of these models are giving me Scientology vibes. Totally. Yeah. 100%. Laura, I love you. And also, if you're not subscribed to Laura FM, who's out there every day and night, all the time, protesting, telling her truth, please give her a subscribe and some love. And if you guys haven't given this live a touch assist, please do. Please give this live a touch assist and subscribe. I'm just that's very vaginal. Yeah, that purse did look very vaginal. I apologize if I offended anyone's delicacies, but that opening, yeah. Missy B and Seth D, they had this at Walmart. Looked identical. Yeah, guys, it's like, why spend $300 when you could literally go to Walmart and get the same thing for like $10? What's the difference? It's from the same place. Tim Mick, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. In defense of Jay Leno, Jenna Elfman isn't exactly interesting as an interview. The boobs are her only asset. Okay. Sue B, what nationality is the name Minkoff? I don't know. I'm not a genealogist either. Doctor Who Heather, Nora is putting together goodie bags of items for the unhoused to give while protesting. Do you want to help? And there's the link to my Amazon wish list. Guys, we had such a good time yesterday. And I did bring my oldest with me. He was my producer. He decided his nickname was Steak. That was his choice, not mine. He helped me hand out bags. We had, I would say one incident of a very interesting person who wanted me to make a phone call for him. The phone call did not go through because he told me to put like a star at the end. Anyway, and then accused me of stealing money from him. That was fun. But, there's a lot of mental illness involved in some people who are houseless. And he was just one of those people. Also, he basically was like, well, these bags cost all this money. Why don't you just give me the money instead of the bag? And I didn't have cash on me to just hand out like Oprah. B, I think that, things to help keep your hygiene are going to be more productive than cash, which, judging by his demeanor and everything else, was probably going to go for his own personal predilections. That's the word I'm looking for, into, illegal substances. That was my guess. I could be wrong. But, Tom Cruise needs a vag bag. Yeah, I'm sure. But he'd probably get like the hip pack, because he's cool. He's cool like that. Just liked in a new sub. Hey, thanks, KT PETA. Thank you. Threatening the coroner to change the verdict helped. Yeah. They get in everywhere. RIP to Lisa. Yes. Jersey Jan and Christina. Thank you. Tim Mick, I'm not a fashionista, but in my opinion, these bags are ugly. Yeah, I agree. They're not great. They're not $300 worth of bag. She was left alone in that room to starve to death. It's awful. The true horror of Scientology. Yes. When you get sick or you're mentally unstable, you are often left in the dingiest and most disgusting conditions. There was a place called ISO, which stands for isolation, where it was in different rooms while I was on the RPF. At one point, if you guys look at the Scientology sign on the big blue building, there's a tiny little building on top of that where the cross sits on top. that easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl room on the roof was used as ISO. There are no, it's all single pane glass. There were no proper beds, just mattresses on the stone roof floor. And because you have to walk up 8 flights of stairs to get there, you got food once, maybe twice a day when the person who was, doing stuff for you could bring you things. And you were expected to just, get over your illness. They would bring you things like garlic toast and orange juice because, vitamin C cures everything. And just things of vitamin C to nosh on. No extra water, no nothing. So if it was hot, because Los Angeles gets hot, you're just burning alive up there because you're on the roof, unprotected. Or if it was winter, you were just freezing and hopefully you had a blanket. And then you're just supposed to sweat out, go through the fever. The way out is the way through. Yeah. And now, as I'm approaching 50, I'm dealing with the after effects of those type of illness treatments that I went through, not just on the RPF, but in the Sea Org in general. Now, at least I wasn't charged for those treatments like Dr. Minkoff does. But regardless, it really, it messes up your body for life. KT Peta, there was a theory that she was unalived in the basement of the Fort Harrison. I don't know about that theory. I'll have to dive into that. I don't know. Stasia is in the house. Thanks for being a member. Accident, my ass. Murder and neglect. Absolutely. RIP to Whitney Mills, too. Yeah, this is a death. Thank you, Sue, for pointing that out. Thanks for being a member. That I have to dive into more because I don't know a lot about it. I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah, Lisa McPherson is the most publicized death, I think, in regards to Scientology besides Quentin. But yeah, it's not the only one that they're responsible for. Merle, you are on the money here. What a sick, twisted cult. Absolutely. Auntie Lil, what kind of POS does this and how does anyone explain it away? Disgusting. Yeah. Thank you. Jersey Jan 527, another lady who died in the same circumstances in Clearwater. Oh, I see. That's Whitney Mills. Yeah. Like I said, I'd have to investigate that more, but yeah. Linda, sorry I'm behind, but isn't her dad neck deep in the Whitney? Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. Crookalapagus. Hey, Nora, to the mods in chat. Hey back. Marissa Martin, Lisa McPherson knew her prisoners were trying to kill her. Yes. That is morbid, but very true. Very true. Doctor Who had it. This alone should have ended this cult. Yes. This is what I'm saying. When people like Mike Rinder, who, he's like Beetlejuice, he's going to show up if I keep saying his name. When he says, I went to the FBI and I told them everything I know. We've seen the footage from Mark Bunker, and we've seen Mike there cozying up to the police, handling the protesters, etc. Tell us about what really went on, Mike. Spill the tea. What did you know? When did you know it? How did you know it? Who was it? This is your opportunity to blame everything on Marty. At least do that. But yeah, this should have ended the cult. And with what Mike knows, he should be ending it just with that. Yes. When you sign up for the cult, the small print states, if you suffer a psychotic break, they have the right to remove you from the hospital and treat you themselves. That's why this cult is so dangerous. Yes. Yes. You have no autonomy. They will come get you. The call is coming from inside the house. Nothing but love. They look like they are at the wax museum. Yeah, the models for sure. Sometimes I feel like only male employees is a red flag, but Minkoff got me thinking all the females is a red flag now. Yeah. I mean, like, why doesn't he have another man at all on his staff? That's just weird. I mean, I know a lot of women are nurses, but there's also a lot of male nurses and a lot of men in the medical profession. But why does he surround himself with all these young women? It's super weird. It's creepadoodles. Rachel, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. That's BS. I've had a family member die from ALS. Yeah, ALS is an awful, awful, awful disease from which there is no cure. It is a slow, terrible death, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. Amy, I showed this earlier, but I'm showing it again. I'm an RN, and this is appalling. Yep. Okay. Doctor Who, Heather, my cousin died of ALS. This guy is an asshat. I'm sorry again for your loss. And yeah, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Guys, my producer, Steak, is texting me. Okay. What? Some disaster happened at work, apparently. I'm sure he'll tell me all about that. I will read that in a minute. All right. Lisa Love, I'm with y'all. This is outrageous. And thanks for being a member. Yes, 100%. Sharon Thibodeau, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Kelly Preston probably did that instead of chemotherapy for her breast cancer. I wouldn't put it past her if she tried the natural treatment first. Yeah, I don't know what treatment Kelly Preston tried. Again, RIP to her. I don't have anything bad to say about Kelly Preston, guys. She was an actual sweetheart. And it's a terrible loss that we lost her. Yeah. And she may have done that. She may have done that because she and John were living in Clearwater. So Dr. Minkoff is the closest doctor to her. Xenu Eyes. Yeah, he definitely has Xenu Eyes S. Suki, thanks for being here. Oh my God, they have lupus listed. I need to see that one. Oh, you want to see the lupus one? Let's quickly go there and see what it says under lupus. Lupus. It's loading. Here we go. So their lupus treatment, according to the National Resource Center on Lupus, the Lupus Foundation of America estimates that 1.5 million Americans and at least 5 million people worldwide have a form of lupus. In addition, lupus is much more common in women and is a disease of the young, generally affecting people ages 15 to 44. Also more common in certain populations, such as African Americans, Asians, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, Native Alaskans, Native Hawaiians, and other Pacific Islanders. So normally, guys, it's not for white people. That's what he's trying to say. White people don't get this. Again, now this article is not, oh no, this is, we have another video. It's an autoimmune disease in which the immune system attacks the healthy tissues in the body, causing a wide range of health issues. The inflammatory aspect of the disease can affect the skin, hair, brain, joints, organs, and blood vessels. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Oh, look at this. God, this man is so frightening. Look at him.
There is this disease called lupus erythematosus, and usually it's shortened just to say lupus. Now, this is considered a disease because often it has symptoms, but they can be very widely symptoms, like from skin rash to kidney failure.
He wants you to know, guys, that he uses a microscope. He's a doctor, but he couldn't pick up these papers over here or this crumpled piece of nonsense on his desk.
Lupus is considered an autoimmune disease, autoimmune, auto means self. So it means that your immune system is actually attacking you by mistake. Now, what we find in our practice is that many times these autoimmune diseases like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis or multiple sclerosis or IBS, where it's definitely thought that the immune.
Okay, guys, we got a lot of diseases just thrown in there with lupus. Just for funsies, let's have a variety pack of autoimmune here. Here's how we're going to handle it.
Immune system is attacking the body. The usual approach of rheumatologists, who are doctors who specifically deal with these kinds of diseases,
specialists,
is to actually just give medications that suppress the immune system so that the immune system doesn't attack the body. Unfortunately, when you do that, you create problems. Many of these drugs cause disruption of the intestine and cause the intestine to leak.
Leaky gut. Leaky gut. This is the real problem.
They also cause the immune system to be depressed and not function well. And if you listen to the TV ads on the newest drugs for this, what you'll find is that they say, well, you could get cancer, you could get tuberculosis, you could get other diseases.
None of them list cancer or tuberculosis as a side effect. Not one of them. This is just made up.
If you have this, if you have that, you shouldn't take it. And it's because...
Yeah, that's called science. You don't mix medications. And if you have a certain already thing going on, then it could affect that other thing badly. That's science.
Basically, these diseases totally suppress the immune system. The idea is if you suppress the immune system, it wouldn't attack the person and they would be okay. Our feeling on this, or the way we look at it.
This is not science. It's his feelings. He has based his entire medical career around his feeling, guys. He's just saying this out loud. He's admitted it. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting words in his mouth. This is based on his feeling about how this should be handled.
It is completely different. You weren't born with this. This isn't genetic. This is an acquired condition. And in our experience...
Acquired. You just went to Walmart and were like, you know what I feel like today, guys? Lupus. Sounds good.
It's many times this condition can be reversed if we find out why did the body start attacking itself.
The body. It's separate from you, separate from your brain, the body.
In the first place. And a lot of this has to do with gut health, with leaky gut, and with the responses the body's taking to try to handle that. So we just had a patient 2 weeks ago that I saw who had suffered from rheumatoid arthritis, just like lupus.
Rheumatoid arthritis and lupus are not the same thing. They're not the same thing, guys. But they have the same treatment.
Just different area being attacked. This is
from Dr. Minkoff.
Is mostly joints. And she had it she was in her early 60s, and she had rheumatoid arthritis for about 15 years. She was on level 2 of medication for that, but she was feeling worse and worse. And her doctor said, we should get you on level 3 of the medication, which is the really strong ones, like Enbrel or Humira.
So he's going to toss out 2 name brands because he does know these, because all these drug companies still come talk to him because they talk to every doctor, right? So her primary care physician is telling her, well, if these drugs aren't working, we're going to step it up, because that's how it goes in the any type of medication world, guys. I went through this my own journey on migraine medications. You start at the bottom and then they work you up to the Lady Gaga medicine. You can't just walk in to your doctor and be like, hey, can I get some Nurtec? Can I get that Lady Gaga shit? Can I get that? No, you're not going to get it right off the bat. You have to try and fail multiple other types of medication before you can try Lady Gaga's medication. Which, hats off to Nurtec. I am migraine free because of it, and I fucking love it. So, yeah.
These are the ultimate immune suppressive drugs. And she was afraid of that. So she came in here, and we put her through a program where we handled her intestine and some parasites and some viruses and improved her nutrition and used ozone to restore her.
So, diet, oxygen.
Mitochondria. and ozone in her joints to decrease the inflammation in her joints. And what we found is that after about 5 months, her disease calmed down.
It calmed down, guys. It just was having a bad attitude. It just needed to calm. It just listened to Taylor Swift and just calmed down.
She didn't have joint pain. She felt really well. She felt energetic. And most interestingly, because her blood when she started was positive for rheumatoid factor and for lupus factor and
because she has those things.
Anti-nuclear antibody. She also had a sedimentation rate that was about 60.
I don't know what
which
that
is a marker for inflammation.
Ah.
At the end of 5 months, when she was feeling well and we repeated the test, her rheumatoid factor was now negative.
Wow.
Her ANA, which is the test for lupus, was negative, and her sedimentation rate had gone into normal range.
So he cured her, cured lupus.
So really, she had an acquired condition due to problems. She also had Lyme disease.
Also Lyme disease. Chalk that up. You know how you get Lyme disease, guys? You get bit by a crazy ass tick. If this woman had never been bit by a crazy ass tick, I don't know how they could diagnose her with that. He didn't talk about that in her blood.
When we treated these problems, her body stopped attacking itself, and then her disease went away. So what we're trying to do is
the disease just went away, guys.
Find out why people have what they have, handle that, and then they can get better.
Handle it. So Scientology just handled it.
And in many, many cases, they do get better with what we're doing.
Wow. So these are the symptoms, the causes, diagnosis and treatment, vitamin mineral supplementation. Oh, the PMF again, ozone therapy, HOCAT. I don't know what that is. IV therapy, leaky gut syndrome tests, major auto hemotherapy, intravenous ozone. They're pumping ozone into the bloodstream. I do not know if that's safe. Heavy metal toxicity therapy, Lyme disease treatment. Like, what? And here's their success stories. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Okay. Wow. Yeah. There's the lupus one, Suki. Since cult OS doctors are so brilliant, why is there still cancer, schizophrenia type conditions, Alzheimer's, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So superior. Lisa, this is a great question. Yeah, why isn't the planet clear too? Same with Kirstie Alley. Yes, Sharon. Yes. Chelation therapy is a medical procedure that involves the administration of chelating agents to remove heavy metals from the body. They brainwash people not to get surgery to remove cancerous tumors. All this is facts, Amy. DJ Nico, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You forgot to mention the Dr. McHubbard snake oil treatment they offer. Yeah. Marianne, thanks for being here. I noticed that the list of ALS causes also included Lyme disease. Isn't that another popular disease that Scientology doctors like to diagnose everybody with? Yes. Yes, they do. Because if you're having memory problems, if your attitude is bad, if you're suffering depression, you have Lyme disease. That's all. Just the Lyme disease. Because they can't treat actual depression or other things because that would mean Scientology is a failure. Life works. Yeah, Auntie Lil. Life works. I wouldn't let this guy change my light bulb. Carolyn, I'm with you. Hippie Chick 69. Did anyone file a grievance against Dr. Minkoff with the AMA? Wasn't the first death certificate for Lisa McPherson revised, or am I remembering a different case? No, you're not. You're not. He had to pay $100,000 to the Lisa McPherson Trust. That was it. Malpractice slap on the wrist. Summer Savage. I lost both my parents to cancer, stage 4 lung and AML leukemia. I'm very sorry, Summer. That is horrifically awful. Yes. Why does this feel like a corporate euthanasia advert? Right? They wouldn't even offer you that. Like in Oregon, that's legal to self decide, why ever. I mean, you have to go through a lot of testing and things like that, but it is legal here. And to do that doctor assisted one. But Scientologists wouldn't offer you that. Even if you had a terminal disease and you were like, I can't take it anymore. They're like, well, maybe you should just confront your ovaries. Tim Mick, hello from Philly. I'm happy to not be too late. Only 15 minutes late. Well, I'm glad you're here. Alicia, does the bag come with a prepaid abortion paid for by Scientology? It might. There might be a coupon in there. Amy, they have these centers all over the country. Yeah, the life works. DJ Nico, correction, he is not practicing. He's malpracticing. Correct. Pamela, where is the peer-reviewed research to back up his claims? He doesn't have that. Oh my goodness. They are. Her purses are produced in a sweatshop somewhere, Sue. Do you think that the Scientology is in support of her joining the cast of Real Housewives New York? Yes. Yeah. Because this is going to make her untouchable. She's going to be more of a celebrity. They need her to become a bigger celebrity right now because they don't have a lot of people out there. Michael Pena is not out there promoting Scientology. Elizabeth Moss is barely doing it. They need more big Scientologists out there to be like, Scientology is awesome sauce. My mom and I watched The Housewives after she died 12 years ago. I can't watch it anymore. And it's mostly scripted anyway to make them look crazy. Yeah. Agreed, Summer. Agreed. I'm glad I found SPTV like 6 months ago. Way better than the shit they put in Bravo and E. Yes. Because it's real. Guys, I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. Olive juice. I love you too. Olive juice. Is that Trixie Mattel in your Avi? I love this. And you became a member. Thanks for becoming a member. But are you a Trixie Mattel fan? I love that. If you guys don't know who Trixie Mattel is, please type that into your search bar here at the YouTubes and enjoy. Dr. Who Heather, want to volunteer for the SPTV Foundation? Please click that link. Fill out that information. Make my life easy as the volunteer coordinator to give me the deets. Give me the deets. Last comment started here from Marissa. Did Fluffer ever explain to Erin how she knows if the streamers are traveling with the car icon? That shit blew my mind. She's just she's on it like a bonnet, guys. I do not know. I don't know how she's tracking these hundreds of channels, but she is. And I thank her for her service. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Merle. Who isn't a Trixie Mattel fan? Like, seriously, please. If you're not, please become one because Trixie Mattel is life. Here we go. I'm on replay. I think it's a missed opportunity that Bijou Phillips isn't a Real Housewives now that she left the church in Masterson. They don't have a Real Housewives of like Santa Barbara though. They should. It would just be people sitting around being like, did you see Oprah today in the backyard? I missed her. I haven't had an Oprah sighting. It'd be really boring. Santa Barbara's very chill. It's not like a town known for drama kind of a thing. Oh my goodness. I am just, guys, this is a lot of information to digest. Thank you for being with me here as I broke it all down on Oh No Nora. If you haven't given the stream here a touch assist, please give it a touch assist right now. Just a little boop. And please subscribe. My merch store is listed there in the description. You can buy a fun hat like this one. It's very soft and very cool. It kept me very cool yesterday while I was doing chalk art protesting. If you want to donate to the bags, please do so. We could use it. Whatever you want, guys. Become a member, watch, subscribe, all of the great things. I appreciate all of it. I'm trying to figure out a schedule to pump out even more content on the daily because, hey, I'm doing this full time. So thank you so much for tuning in. I that's not a word. I super appreciate it. And I will catch you all on the flippity dippity.